Welcome everyone, my name's Takriva. This is Europa Universalis for Third Rome. Paradox has been generous enough to grant me early access preview release copy of Third Rome, and we're gonna play our new campaign on this. I am planning on finishing the Qing campaign as well, on Mandate of Heaven, obviously, because we're so close to the end. I just want to ride it out anyway. So, Third Rome adds not a lot. It's a smaller pack. They call it an immersion pack, of which they want to do plenty more. And basically, it expands a lot on the Orthodox and the Russian mechanics. As you can see here, Third Rome is enabled. And we're going to be playing... This is the first time I'm going to be playing a nation that I've already played before, and it's going to be Muscovy. Now, I was thinking about playing Novgorod, but the changes they made in this area have buffed Muscovy to the point where it's suicidal playing as Novgorod. It's virtually impossible without exploiting really hard, I think, to be able to beat them off as Muscovy. If, say, in the multiplayer setting, it should be a lot easier if you can just butter up to someone like Denmark or Poland to basically get in on Muscovy from the start. But I've tried starting a couple of times as Novgorod. Every time Denmark and Lithuania and Muscovy are rivals, which means you're basically on your own anyway. Also, the Livonian Order is a rival, and Muscovy nowadays starts with 5 vassals, which is just, on top of the fact they already have double your army size, they basically triple you just from the start, and you cannot get allies. So we're going to be playing as Muscovy. I might try to become Novgorod, though, in some way, if that is in any shape or form possible, though, by playing as Muscovy first. I'm just interested in seeing if that is possible. Anyway, let's just get in Muscovy. We're not going to be playing on Iron Man, so I can just save the game, and then if something happens to recording, reload it as well. We have too few rivals. Well, since we're here, we might as well rival Novgorod. We're gonna rival Kazan, and we're gonna rival the Great Horde. I don't want to piss off Lithuania at the start, even though they, of course, now they decide not to rival me. Are you kidding me? The one game I load in as Muscovy, Denmark hasn't rivaled Novgorod. Then again, Novgorod has rivaled Denmark, so... But still, really. Anyway, no missions has selected. Reclaim Velsk. Velsk is part of Novgorod. Well, we're gonna take that mission then. Adopt a plutocratic administration. Get trade ideas, economic ideas. That allows us to become a merchant republic. But we don't want to be a merchant republic. We want to be the special Novgorod Republic, which is the Vesh Republic. Which is basically, Merchant Republic is restricted to only having 20 provinces, and Novgorod already starts with 22 with how the area has been reworked, so that would be a little bit extremely weird that right from the start, hey, you have to give up provinces or your government form. Wow, we start with a female advisor, quite nice. Income-wise, we have 1.86. Yeah, so for some reason the first month is always a little bit off. Probably because trade is doubled in this instance, yeah. It shows trade as having come in twice this month. Anyway, we have as vassals Perm, Pskov, below 0, Yaroslav, and Rostov. We also do not have Tver. We own their cores. Really, we do? Oh yeah, Rezhev is their core. So, and if it was theirs, it would still be minus 98, so that's impossible to get. Which means what we're going to do is quite simply build a spy network so we can get a claim and then invade them. It's unlikely they get many allies beyond Novgorod, basically. There's also Ryazan and Odoyev, which are in the same situation. Then again, Odoyev would take a vassalization immediately. Same dynasty. Oh, they are also Rurikovich. They're also Rurikovich, but why won't they accept it? Because economic and military power base. Okay, well, it's going to be easy with Odoyev then. I'm going to offer them an alliance straight away. That way we will get some good things. I'm not going to hire an advisor just yet. We do have some new things. That's the fact that we are Russian Principality. The state is a government system that has evolved in the years after the fall of Kiev and under the pressure of constant incursions of Tatar tribute expeditions. The ruling family can exercise great power, but seniority, succession, and princely appanages can lead to lengthy internal conflicts. Okay, it gives us increased taxes and decreased national unrest. We gain power pool, which is a new form of power for the Russian things. We gain +6 to the pool at the start of each year, up to a maximum of 150. So every year this goes up, and we get an amount that is based on basically the amount of monarch points we get outside of focus. As I can see, yeah, focus doesn't count. So even if you focus on something, then that is not counted towards the points pool in the Russian stuff. Now for admin, with admin points, we get Reformed Sudebnik, which means we can impact autonomy by -10 in all provinces we own. There's also support the Oprichnina, which means that all rebel factions will progress 30% less. And finally, there is the Reis Streltsy, which is probably really strong. It allows you to get... it will reduce your war exhaustion and you will raise Streltsy regiments. And the Streltsy are infantry special units that get bonus fire damage done, if I'm not mistaken. They do more fire damage than regular infantry units. So they're basically starting to add more and more units that are very specific to regions that have a power that is more than the regular unit you can get, like the banners, cavalry units that you can raise in East Asia and Manchu. And we get Streltsys now. Also something about Muscovy that I don't think we've had a chance to play with, because I played Muscovy very early on. It's been a while. Is the fact that we have 4 estates, and one of them is the Cossacks, and I love the Cossacks. They give you cavalry combat ability. Just straight up cavalry combat ability. And you can expand the Cossacks register, which is the standard thing you do for 5 prestige. You get loyalty influence. You can raise a host. Once this is available, you will get more, and you will get cavalry units. You can recruit a minister, which is morale of armies. It's an army reform. You can always have a cheaper morale of armies minister. You can conscript elite Cossacks, which is straight up 10 army traditions, and supplying arms. You lose some military power, but you get 15% force limit increase for 20 years. And don't forget, we are Russia. We already, Muscovy into Russia, so we're already gonna have a lot of that force limit going on for us anyway. Then our noble estate is the Boyars, which is the standard. Basically, they have the standard things. Grant a generalship. I'm actually gonna do that because I want a general. I will not call it yet because that gets us to 80% influence already. I wouldn't mind having a little bit more though, but I cannot let it go over 80 right now. There's the clergy as well. I should seek their support. That gains us patriarch. I should at least have muted you, stupid thing. Patriarch authority is going to be really useful for us. You can consecrate a metropolitan, that is something new. When you have maximum patriarch authority, you will have missionary strength, local unrest, and local manpower increases. Really nice to have. So that missionary strength. So, what else did the clergy do? Yeah, 10 influence, 15 loyalty. I will take that. And I will demand administrative support from them for some bonus admin power. The burghers, I don't think I can get to... Well, we can only get 50 really from them by giving them monopoly charters. So I don't think that is in any way useful. I should do this, but it loses 20 loyalty right now, so we would drop to 30. And that means we get increased cost for our units. But we did get a general from them. And we have 2 really good generals right now. Holy crap. Both my armies will get a general. The second one is better late game, but he has 2 siege, which is going to be extremely useful when going after Novgorod, which is what we're going to do really early on. Anyway, because we just got a claim on Velsk for free. Let's unpause. ODF accepted our offer to enter into a military alliance. I will want to improve relations with them after we've declared the war with our northern neighbors. A royal marriage will be possible, and I will gladly accept that. Oh, having that one alliance is already one too many relations. Why do we already have bonus 1 though? Just because of our Muscovy traditions, we get +1 for diplomatic relations and 10% shock damage. Add on top of that, our infantry will be doing 10% more fire damage. We're already doing more damage. Once we finish all ideas, 33% land force limit. First, we gatherers of tribute. The Tatar yoke was for a long time a harsh hindrance to Russian society, but Muscovy still thrived as our state had the right to collect the tribute to the Khan. Even now, we enjoy the benefits of the organization we built to perform this function. Because we gathered the tribute and the Khans no longer get the tribute from us, basically means good things. 10% taxes. A legacy of Dmitry Donskoy. After centuries of suffering the Tatar yoke, Dmitry of Don was able to soundly defeat the forces of the Golden Horde. We must cherish this memory, never again accept suffering in silence. Yearly army tradition. Seat of Metropolitan Bishop. Russian people need firm religious guidance. We have historically had good cooperation with the Church, and this is a friendship we could both gain from expanding. If we can get the seat of the Metropolitan Bishop to move to Moscow, we will be able to further strengthen the bonds between the Russian Orthodox faith and our state. Missionary strength and tolerance of the true faith. Pomestnu Voishko. Redistributing plots of confiscated lands to noble cavalrymen. By redistributing, we can build a new class of soldiers to support our principality-based morale. The boyar class is in many ways the foundation of the Russian imperial enterprise, but just as we need to strengthen the boyars, we need to control them. We must both protect seats for the boyars in the Duma, and make sure that they need to rely on us to further their influence. The stability cost model goes down. Sesechnaya Cherta. In order to withstand the Tatar raids, our ancestors have always kept a line of tightly positioned and well-defended forts. As our state expands, we should keep expanding this Abbadis line to ensure that we can always protect our people against far-flung attacks. Fort maintenance down. And descendants of Byzantine emperors. We are united with the Byzantine emperors of old through marriages and alliances. This makes us the descendants of an ancient imperial line of both great influence and ability, and will further our political ambitions. Now, the reason these are sort of new, because own Novgorod, own either Tver or Yaroslav, really not hard because we're integrating Yaroslav anyway, either Ryazan or Smolenskas. Ryazan is a lot easier than Smolenskas, so... And it gets you new traditions and ambitions. You can still choose to keep the Muscovite traditions, I think, but the Russian ones have been updated as well a little bit, so it's going to be a lot more interesting. Icons can be commissioned for a cost of 10 Patriarch Authority, and there are 5 of them, and they do these things. Manpower Recovery and Discipline for St. Michael, Iliusa, less unrest and harsh treatment is cheaper. Christ Pantokrator, construction cost and development goes down. St. Nicholas is relations up and aggressive expansion impact goes down. And St. John Climacus, institution embracement cost goes down and the spread goes up. Now let's get ready for our war with Novgorod. Declare war, take core. That's what we want to do. ODF will not join in. We will definitely jump in on this fight. I want friendlies to attach to this army, which is ridiculously strong, to be honest. All my vassals are in on it anyway. But getting this early war is going to be useful for us. Oh my, I could build a fort. And of course they're going to attach to us. Okay, we already have the war goal. Very useful to us, I guess. And they're all, well, some of them are attaching, which is really nice of them. Lithuania started to influence the Livonian order. Let's move up to Vizhny Volochyok. I don't know where their army went, though. And they only have these two forts. Ah, there it is. Right, these are their forts? Yeah, they only have their two forts in the west. Well, if we take one of them in this first war, that would be nice. Okay, they're going to take on Perm now. Yeah. Oh, you can get to Lucky. Yeah, let them have some fun running around. Tver will be quite easy. I should improve relations with these guys. Or, oh man, it's gonna be so good having like 5 vassals, 6 eventually with ODF running around for a while. They'll be like, yeah, just take this and this and this and this. They just siege down stuff so easily. Take the 2 forts and then take care of their army. They're going to unsiege Velsk, which is going to cost me war score. So let's face it, it is the war goal. And it's currently taking. I can go to speed 4 for now. Here, Yaroslav, go deal with that. Are you already moving that way, I wonder, though? I don't see them. No, they're sticking to me. Ooh, Lithuania's claiming our stuff. Interesting, though. Poland is still in the interregnum. I actually really wouldn't mind if Poland and Lithuania did not get together this time around. I mean, we would have to deal with Lithuania that way. But that can be handled. Wow, they're just running around me now. Siege of Novgorod done. Oh, hi, I found an army. And their second reinforcements are coming in too. Born in the saddle, cavalry flanking ability goes up. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just stack wipe you? I think I did. Oops. And that's a 100% siege. Done. Barely. Well, we lost attrition manpower, obviously. But yeah, that was a very, very early successful war. Let's stop building the spy network. Make sure we fabricate on which has the highest fair then. There we go. Claim that one. And they did, right? No. I clicked it away, but they are separate entities now. We can take a lot in one war, and not many people will care about it. Yeah, let's just take all of this instantly. Get ourselves a couple of sea connections going on. And get some of your money too while we're at it. There we go. We lost a lot of men, but mostly to attrition, I think. Muscovy gets inspiring victory. We lost the reconquest. Our corruption is obviously growing. What a surprise. I can live with this for until I've scored everything. Well, we do have 2 there. Well, I can core everything straight away. And yeah, we're instantly a lot stronger already. So that is good. New mission, Conquest of Tver. Well, that's even easier. And we get free, wow, development in their capital. News just reaches that the Prince of Tver have been plotting against Holy Mother Russia and Orthodoxy. They seem ready to sell Russia out to either the Catholics or the Muslims, and we don't know which is worse. Let us conquer their lands, make sure that they are once and for all under the control of a responsible Russian state. I would like to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date in the future. I will see you guys later.